What's up, YouTube? Atlanta Street Interviews out here with another one. So we got my guy here today. How you doing today, man?
Good and great.
All right. So are you homeless?
Yes, I am.
Okay, how old are you?
I'm 60.
60. And so how long have you been homeless?
I've been homeless now for about 2 years.
2 years? What happened 2 years ago that caused you to become homeless?
Well, I was living on Camp Creek, and my so-called friends I thought I had was my friend. They were stealing from me. They shot me up with the police. Soon they arrested me. I wasn't even off the property. They broke in my apartment, stole everything I had, all my clothes, everything. Went to jail. Come out, I had nothing but the clothes that I left at the laundromat with the guy that I had to wash my clothes.
Okay, so let's slow down. So 2 years ago, you were staying with some friends?
No, I had an apartment living on Camp Creek. I was working for a manager.
Okay, so you had an apartment, you had a job. And so what happened?
Well, I lost my job because the Friends Association that I chose to embrace was not good for me.
Well, okay, but what happened?
What happened was they started stealing from me.
So in other words, how did you lose your job?
I lost my job because one girl had made a rumor that I supposed to had displayed her photo on to all the guys in the apartments while she was asleep, which I did because she started stealing from me. Well, that cost me my job. When I lost my job...
Wait, hold on. How did that cost you your job?
It cost me my job because she was a Young Dro's daughter.
Young Dro, the rapper?
Yes, Young Dro, the rapper's daughter.
wait, hold on. So, Young Dro, the rapper's daughter.
Exactly.
How did you get naked pictures of her?
Well, they had to turn down on the ice and the crack. And being that I call myself being the sponsor of it, did it. She was working for me, being my dough lady.
Okay, so hold on. So Young Dro's daughter had, got into her addictions.
Exactly.
Okay, and so you're saying that you was the one supplying her with the stuff?
Absolutely, after she got on the yes.
Okay, and so after she got what?
After she got on the drugs, the other people that turned on the drugs.
Right,
I snatched her from them, and I told her, I said, look, you don't have to go out like that. I said, you really don't need to be doing drugs. You're too young for that. You need to go to college and do something with yourself.
How old was she at the time?
At the time, she was 20.
20?
And yes, she was 20.
Yeah, because Young Dro, he's probably like a little bit older than me.
Exactly. So when I told her this, she started trying to do halfway right. She called herself going to go to the Cab Crisis Center, checked herself in, and drew around, and she wasn't there 3 days. She checked herself back out. She started hanging back with the scumbags, the ones that turned
So what
out.
was they having her doing? Was they having her like sell her body and stuff like that?
They having her selling her body, they having her steal from people.
So what was you having her doing? Was you having her selling her body as well?
I didn't tolerate that. I told her I was going to teach her how to be independent, how to not depend on selling her body for drugs. I was trying to pull her away from it. Well,
was the trade-off like basically to just have sex with you?
No, I had an old lady.
Okay.
And when I had her working for me, she got the big head and went to hell. You don't need her. We can get rid of her. And you can have me. I said, no, baby, I can't do that. This is my old lady. I said,
how old was your old lady?
My old lady she was like 48.
Okay, so she was a lot older.
Right.
Okay.
So I felt kind of bad because.
But be honest, did you hit the skins or not? Like, come on now.
Yeah, most definitely.
Keep it a buck. Okay,
Most
so
I had to tap it out.
Okay, so
but my thing is this: the guy that taught her how to steal, his name was Sticky, and he's from Mississippi, but he was a notorious gutless guy. He had no remorse, no feelings for female. He would tell you the sweetest story you wanted to hear.
Okay, but what about him though?
He was a man that would come in your house with 4 or 5 book bags, unload the book bags, turn around. When you tell him to put that shit back in the bag, he's loading your stuff in the bag as well. So he was a thief to his heart. And now he's over there in MLK with.
Well, what about him? Let's not get off track, right?
Okay.
Because we talking about how you got out here.
Let's get back to
So what happened with Young Dro's daughter? She did what?
Okay, she started stealing from me. She stole the plugs gone. I had to pay $500 to keep her teeth in her mouth for Christmas. Then she turned around and stole from me again like $200 some and jumped in a whip on Washington Road and never saw her again. Then I found that she was kidnapped on that and that they had held hostage because she stole the wrong bum. And from doing that, nobody knew where she was. And I got the word that what happened to her. So I told her people, and they went and rescued her. Ever since then, she just...
Her people, that's like, is Young Dro like in his daughter's life type deal?
Well, he loves his daughter, but she don't care anything about him. I asked her, why you don't love your father? She said, he don't spend time with me. He didn't spend time with me as I was coming up. He was always on the road. I said, there's no need not to be with your father. I love your father. She said, well, I don't care nothing about him. Young Dro have come in an apartment, a Central Park apartment, many times crying on the outside, crying because his daughter would refuse to be with him or go home with him. Her parents buy her expensive clothes, drop it off when she was on Cleveland Avenue. She would take and sell it for crack. I couldn't do nothing else for her because she didn't want to stop, so we departed from there.
Okay, but how did you end up losing your job because of her?
She told the people.
Oh yeah, that you had.
At the rent office that I had put a picture out there.
I get it, but that's the rent office. Is that who you work for?
Yeah, but that was my employer.
Okay, so you work for the apartment company.
Exactly.
Okay, so you was the maintenance man or something?
Yes, and to keep down the smoke because Young Dro is Young Dro. They didn't want no backlash behind.
Right.
So that's why I lost my job.
What about you? What about you though? Because Young Dro come after you.
I'm gonna tell you how I got homeless. Now, when I was on probation, they turned around and called the probation down here, the Fulton County people, and told them I had a warrant. Them folks come right to the apartment, but went to the wrong apartment. I woke up one day, heading down to the store to get some cigarettes. So as I'm walking down the hill, I see Fulton County zooming out the apartment complex. I didn't pay no attention to it. I was walking through the gate, and the guy said, hey man, come help us unload the supplies off the truck. Okay, I go help. Next thing I know, the girl that I saw sitting in the minivan, she called her boyfriend and alerted him that I was on my way out the gate. So he told Fulton County sheriff people that I was down there in front of the rent office. They turned around, come back, zoom down the street. Whipped in, came to the office, and drove up against the wall, pat me down, got drugs, and locked me up. I lost my apartment from that, and I've been on the street
And
ever
what was
since.
you locked up for? The same thing you talking about?
No, I was locked up for drugs.
Okay, for drugs that time.
Yes.
Okay.
I was
okay.
probation violation and drugs.
Okay.
Now,
So hold on, slow down. Because this ain't gonna be, I guess, a normal one. Well, okay, just real quick, where you from, man?
I'm from the city of Atlanta. I'm from the city
So
of
you
Atlanta.
from here?
Born and raised in Grady, baby.
Okay, did you have both mom and dad in the household?
I had both mom and dad in the house.
Were they married?
They were married.
Okay.
They raised me from the age of 3 months old. I was adopted, and my mother...
Why did you have to get adopted?
I had to get adopted because my biological parents couldn't afford to take care of me. They had like 8 kids at the time.
Where were you in the birth order?
I'm the baby boy.
Meaning you was the last one?
I was the third one. Third from the last.
Third from the last? I thought you said they had 8 at the time.
8. I'm third from the last.
Okay.
You got me, then a sister, then another sister.
I got you. So okay, so you grew up in I guess, foster care or the system?
I've been in group homes, not foster homes, but group homes. My battle started when I was 13. I was almost like a B student, A student in school, and my real siblings, I wasn't raised with them, so we stayed in contact here and there. Some kind of way they found out my mom's number, called, and I went to talking to them, and it went from there. So my mom said, okay, you want to go and visit your real brothers and sisters? Okay, I'm going to take you. When she took me, that's when I got a taste of the street life, because I didn't have a certain time to come in when I was living with them.
Right.
I can come in any time, but when I was at home with my mother who raised me,
it was structured.
I had to be at home before the street lights came on.
Right.
So I got a taste of the streets, and my life went down from there.
Okay.
I managed to get my high school diploma at the age of, I was 30, I said 32, 31.
Was that in prison?
Yes.
Okay.
I was able to get my diploma.
I get it.
And,
all right. Well, look, man. So the long and short of it, You've been homeless for a couple years now. What are we doing to try to get ourselves out of this
Okay,
position?
here's the situation. I got to tell you this because this is crazy. The city of Atlanta is really not trying to help the homeless. And the reason I said that these agencies that they got is just a front to funnel money. And I'm gonna be real with you. I done went and did all the things they told me to do: graded behavioral health, my assessment, the Georgia voucher. I done went to other agents that community friendship, and these people here are all, it's just a smoke screen, a cover up to get money from the people who donate money to these different agencies to try to help alleviate homelessness in this city. It's not about that. They're not trying to do that. It's on a pick and choose basis. You have to qualify for this and qualify for that to get certain help that you need. People are now coming into
That's how the programs are designed though, man.
Yes.
In other words, I see people that are able to utilize those programs, get off the street, and I see others that they, for whatever reason, don't.
Okay.
And so I know it's a mixed bag.
Yeah.
But to say that they don't do, that they're just a front or they don't help, that's not true. I've seen them help. I've seen them.
This is what I mean by that. I'm not saying they don't help. I'm a man that go out and do what I need to do to make things happen.
Right.
Basically, if you tell
You're just
me
saying it didn't work for you, basically.
it's not working for me, it seems like it's a stumbling block that's keeping me here on this level. But I refuse to stay on this level. I'm gonna rise. I'm gonna be resilient. I'm gonna come back.
You got any kids, man?
I got 40 I learned.
40.
But I learned to have.
How old is the oldest? How young is the
The
youngest?
oldest is 42.
42. How young is the youngest?
The youngest is about 16.
16. So you still got a minor?
Yes, he's 16. She just graduated, and now let's go on. Now,
Okay.
this year alone, after I got out, I was doing pretty good. I got an income. I get an income every month. I'm not on crack. I'm not on none of that. And watch this. People out in Lindbergh that stole all my clothes and my carrot case. Out of everything I had, they stole it. Why? I don't know. Turn
Well,
around.
let me ask you something, man. Because whenever parents are out here like this, it's always a red flag to me that maybe they wasn't fully active and present in their kids'
I'm
life.
gonna tell you what's going on with that. And I know a lot of people, you have dysfunctional families, whereas the father may not have been there, the mother have not been there, or both was on drugs or alcohol. So the kids got to fend for themselves and raise themselves, which is understandable in the eyes of the young people who feel some type of way and who have loss in their heart toward people in general, because they didn't have that father figure, mother figure in their life to give them the structure.
Right, but
that they need.
did you not want to break that generational curse, man?
I can't do it alone. It's going to take us.
Well, you can do it for what your seeds were, right?
This is what I do.
So do you acknowledge that, like, you dropped the ball in that area?
Nope, because I did. That person never told me.
The person never told you that you had the kids?
I stayed in prison all the time.
So you didn't know at the time that you had the
No,
kids?
I didn't. I stayed in prison.
What age were the kids when you found out that you had?
I just recently found out a year ago. The first one I knew about, she moved to Orlando with her mother and grandmother. I just don't know where. But I stayed
So
in
you
prison.
saying the other 3 kids you just found out you had a year ago?
No,
Oh, that sounds like a big
this
excuse.
year, no, it don't. Trust me. The mother, I never seen again.
Okay.
So if I ain't seen the mother, I ain't gonna see the kids. All I know is that I have them. And I just recently found out through other people that know me from the city. Out here.
Right. Okay. All right, well, look, I ain't going to take up too much of your time, man. I really appreciate you taking the time answering all of our questions. If anybody out there did want to reach out, help, or donate, do you have a way they could do that? Do you have social media, Cash App, anything like that?
Do I have it?
Yeah.
No, I don't have either.
No?
Either one.
No worries, man. No worries. Well, listen, like I say, man, we really appreciate you. Definitely wish you nothing but the best out here, all right?
Right, son.
Make sure you have a good one, man.
You too.
Yes, sir.